I'm Murray Newlands from Open Future Forum.
There are more CFO communities in Silicon Valley than most finance leaders realize, and almost none of them do the same thing. I spent time mapping the field, the membership councils, the invite-only enterprise networks, the online groups. In the next few minutes, I will show you which ones matter, what the strongest ones get right, where finance leaders waste their time, and the one thing the whole category is still missing. Quick context so you know where this comes from. I run Open Future Forum, a private community that has hosted more than 100 executive events over the last 2 years, a lot of them for finance leaders. I am also a partner at IA Seed Ventures, so I have a stake here, and I will be upfront about that when we get to it. But the first part of this is just the map, as straight as I can give it. Here is how the field breaks down. The established membership councils. The CFO Leadership Council runs a Silicon Valley chapter and a separate San Francisco chapter built for CFOs by CFOs, with about 3,000 members nationally. Its most used feature is a peer brain trust, where members post a challenge anonymously and the network answers. Financial Executives International, the Bay Area chapter, runs a CFO bootcamp, an AI finance group, and local socials across the city, the East Bay, and the Peninsula. These are the workhorses of the category. You pay annual dues, you show up to programming, and over time you build a bench of peers you can call the invite-only enterprise tier. Evanta, which is a Gartner company, runs a San Francisco CFO community on an application-reviewed basis. Across all its C-level communities, it ran roughly 400 events in 2025. This is the closed-door, large company end of the field. You do not buy your way in, you get reviewed, and the selectivity is the point. The national networks with local reach. The CFO Alliance, around 9,000 finance executives, runs regional roundtables, including in California. Broad reach, lighter local density. The online communities, the Modern Finance Forum, and the CFO Network on LinkedIn, where the conversation is steady, but the connection is shallow. Useful for a quick read on what peers are thinking, weak for anything that requires trust. So the field is real, but it splits cleanly. Big membership programs on one side, closed enterprise rooms on the other, and a lot of online noise in the middle. The mistake I see finance leaders make is treating these as interchangeable. They are not. Each one solves a different problem, and most people pick on convenience rather than on what they actually need. 4 things separate the strong ones from the rest. 1. Selectivity. Evanta reviews every application. That single decision is why the room is worth being in. 2. A real peer mechanism. The CFO Leadership Council brain trust works because a CFO can put a hard problem in front of people who have actually solved it. 3. A point of view on what is changing. FEI, leaning into AI and finance, is the right instinct. The communities that name the shift their members are living through earn attention. 4. Continuity. The communities that matter put the same people in the same room more than once. One-off events make contacts, repetition makes relationships, and relationships are the entire point. The councils that hold a member for years are doing something the conference circuit never does. Here is the gap. Almost everything in this field is built at scale. Big membership bases, big event counts, broad programming. That model is good for benchmarking and good for career development. What it is not built for is the conversation a CFO actually needs to have. The off-the-record one. The one about the board fight, the layoff math, the thing you cannot say in a 45-person room or post in an anonymous forum and trust. Scale and candor pull in opposite directions. The bigger the room, the less gets said. Think about the last time you got real advice that changed a decision. It almost never came from a panel or a forum thread. It came from a small number of people who knew your situation, whom you trusted, in a setting where you could be honest about what was actually going on. That setting is hard to manufacture and easy to dilute, which is exactly why scale-first communities struggle to deliver it. That is the part the category has mostly left on the table. So I will be direct about my stake. Open Future Forum is built around the opposite bet. Small rooms, off the record. Dinners, not conferences. The same group of senior finance leaders in a setting where the real conversation can happen. That is not a better than claim against the councils. They do something we do not, and a lot of CFOs should be in both. It is a different product for a different need. The councils give you the network and the benchmarks. The small room gives you the conversation you cannot have anywhere else. How do you actually make that the best version of itself? 3 things, and they are hard, which is the point. You protect the guest list, because one wrong person in the room and people stop being honest. You keep it genuinely off the record, which means no recordings, no posts, no quotes. And you earn it over time because trust is not a feature you launch. It is a reputation you build dinner by dinner. We have run more than 100 of these now, and that repetition is the moat. What I am working toward is the most trusted version of that small room in the valley, not the biggest list, the room people actually tell the truth in. If you are a finance leader weighing where to spend your time, my honest take is join one of the big councils for the network and find one small high-trust room for the conversations that matter. If you want to know more about what we are building at Open Future Forum, the link is in the description. And tell me in the comments which CFO community has actually been worth it for you. I read them. I'm Murray Newlands from Open Future Forum. See you in the next briefing.